Welcome back to the Bunny Hole Podcast. I'm your host, Shai.
And I'm your co-host, Kaylee.
And today we'll be interviewing the BSLC, or Black Student Leadership Council President, Elijah Beasley. To start us off, could you tell us what Black Student Leadership is?
So Black Student Leadership Council is basically an organization that is dedicated to Black students to bring them together, to basically to be around each other, like having that friend group, having that support from like other Black students, because like there's like different organizations where it's like not necessarily dedicated to Black students, so it's like a safe place, I would say. And we do different kind of things. Like we just like yesterday we just did an event, African American Profession Day. That's basically a career fair where it's all student ran, and BSLC is basically all student ran. We do a lot of the stuff. Like February, we have a program for Black History Month, from like the backstage, the tech, and all that. That's like all student ran. So it's like really just a safe place for Black students.
What moment did you know that you'd be like working with them to provide a safe space?
Well, I guess like it honestly started before I even got to this program. Like my leadership started like probably I would say sophomore year, I would say.
So it's something you've been building up.
Yeah,
you weren't born with it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, basically I would say that's basically how it went. I had to build up. Definitely like when I got to high school I'm like, okay. My sister went here when I was a freshman, so it's like, okay, now I gotta build my own foundation. So it was kind of trying to figure out how to do that, and when I got in contact with Black Student Leadership, it kind of helped me be able to do that more.
So being the president, how did you move up to that status, being the president of BSLC for Benson? I've heard, because you said there's other schools and they also have their other presidents.
Yeah, so there is 10 different schools a part of this program. And each school has their own president, vice president, communication coordinator, and secretary. For here, so I started off, I would say sophomore year, that's when I heard about it freshman year, but sophomore year is when I finally decided to join. And then my junior year, I became communication coordinator, and then I became president my senior year.
What's a moment that you think made you realize that you wanted to work in Black leadership? Do you have like a specific memory?
I wouldn't say a specific memory, but I would say just a point to work in leadership in general. Like if anybody knew me middle school years, you wouldn't think I would be here, because middle school I was causing all kind of trouble up in those schools. I was in the dean's office almost every day. And so I feel like when I got to high school, it was easier for me to rebuild myself, going into like a different path. Like, okay, let me stop, because I'm in high school, can't keep doing this. So I feel like that was easier to come appointed to, and then didn't make it no better that my sister was in almost everything here. So it was like, okay, so people already knew me before I even got here. So it was like, okay, now I gotta fill in these steps. So
you talk a lot about your sister, and it makes me wonder if you have any other like Black people that you look up to when it comes to leadership.
I would say yeah. Some people from like my church and stuff like that. I look up to them. My parents. So yeah.
So you obviously came on this podcast because you would like people to join it. So like I'm gonna ask, like, you said you had a field trip, I believe, and you said it's very heavily student ran. So what's some more things you guys do, being a part of Black Student Leadership Council?
So
Is there food?
For sure, there definitely is food.
Yeah.
So we do like all chapter dinners. So that's like every school that's part of the program, we all come together. We fellowship and have dinner together. We try to do it like almost once a month, maybe once every 2 months. Depends on how things are going. and most likely that's the school. So whatever school is hosted at, they're making the theme, and they're doing all that kind of stuff, and we all just bring food in to like support it. Like I said, other things that we do a Black History program every in February, so that's once again all student ran and stuff like that. And even in the summer, we do like we go on a trip, like to visit different colleges and stuff like that, HBCUs and stuff like that.
So you said you guys also do it in the summer. So is this like all year round?
It really is. It really is all year round. In June, we do the Juneteenth walk. So it really is all year round.
If you had to describe your relationship with Black leadership, what would it be?
I would say I'm very close to them. I'm getting closer, I would say, too, because I'm not a people person. I don't like people like that. And so I'm an introvert, so I don't really, it's hard for me to get out. And there's a lot of them. It's so many students.
So many different kinds of people, I can imagine.
Different personalities, and it's like, okay, I gotta try to fit my personality in with y'all. And
so you're trying to fit in with them?
And I'm trying to get to know them and see who they are. And so far it's doing good. I know a few of them, and they're welcoming from time to time. They're welcoming, but it can be challenging trying to find your way with all these different personalities, different people that's involved. So
how would one go about joining BSLC for the people watching the podcast, you know?
So definitely, I guess it depends where you're at. Now there are some schools that doesn't have this program, and so we have a chapter that's dedicated to students that are not in a school with this program, and so they can still be a part of BSLC, but just not in their school. Because that takes time to get a program in a school. Definitely when it's not a teacher that's working in the school. So that takes time. And definitely, like, if you're here at Benson, we meet every Wednesday during lead in 245.
Miss Muhammad's room?
Yeah, Miss Muhammad room.
With food?
Well, I wouldn't say there's food because, and I'm trying to be better at that. Like, okay, let's see if I can bring something. So we are going to try to get into that. Probably not be every Wednesday, of course, but have like every other Wednesday. Hey, let's bring some pastries.
What kind of activities do you guys?
Activities that we do. So at least for the Benson chapter, we are. Me personally, I want to like do gatherings that's like involving just us, so we can get to know each other. But like gatherings as a whole, as the whole program, dinners. We are trying to. We're thinking of ideas like, let's do a movie night, or going skating, or something like that. To like, it's not just dinner every time we meet. So those are different activities we're trying to work out right now. So
speaking of which, what are some different things you guys do throughout the community, you know, outside of school or outside of BSLC?
Honestly, I think we should do more, because I don't really feel like we're doing
enough
as like reaching out to the community,
or as much as you guys can.
Honestly, I would just say in general, like, because I feel like we don't really do much community involvement, and I feel like that's something we should get involved in. It can be like little stuff like going down to the shelter or giving food out, whatever, stuff like that. So I feel like, honestly, we don't do as much as to reach out to the community, but I feel like we could do more, for sure.
What part about it is focused on, about it is focused on Black history?
Well, everything we do is basically based on Black history.
Some fire cornbread.
Well, yeah, it's so like that's once again to the food.
My bad.
It's all good.
Maybe I came here a little too hungry.
It's all good. We definitely there are some good things definitely at these dinners. There are some things that surprised me. I'm like, I never knew that was a thing. So yeah, it's good.
So you learn a lot. Even you yourself learn a lot about Black history. And
I do. It's really, sometimes it's mind blowing to things that we think we know.
Yeah, so as a Black individual, you're still learning more about your cultural history.
Yeah, so it's like, sometimes when I'm like sitting there and I hear things, I'm like, wow, I didn't even know that. And in this program we have, it's like, for it to be Black students, it's very diverse. Because like we got Black students from like all around the world. And I hear things like that I didn't even know. Like, definitely at this Black History program, normally we do like a greeting, and we have some students like say a greeting from their native language, and it's mind blowing. Like, oh my gosh, we got all these different languages. So
That is very interesting.
It really is, and
Black history is everywhere, and it's very important to like learn about it. I feel like it's definitely not taught enough.
Yeah.
It's not, and I feel like definitely in the school, it's been, at least like when I was in elementary, like my 5th grade teacher, she was Black, and we was gonna learn about Black history, no matter what you thought you was gonna do, we was gonna learn about it.
And making sure y'all knew.
Yeah.
So do you think that kind of shaped you towards that path?
Then I wouldn't even thought that, but as I've gotten to this point where I am now, I was like, you know what? That's good. I learned that when I was in 5th grade. So it definitely is important. I wish that we have teachers that were still on that. Like, hey, we're talking about Black history. This is what really happened, not what the history books are trying to tell us. So.
Yeah, I remember way back in elementary as well. It was I learned more about Black history in elementary school more than I did growing up middle school and high school wise. Yeah. So I definitely feel like it should be taught more. More people should join BSLC to learn more about their cultural history, especially Black people.
Oh yeah, for sure. And definitely like, because I would say like when I was in middle school, even my 6th grade teacher, she kind of like make sure we knew about it. And she wasn't Black, but she had like daughters that was mixed, and so she knew that it was important that we knew our history and stuff like that. So that's important, and that's good. We had teachers like that, and hopefully we get teachers that.
You talking about Ms. Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Back on topic, Ms. Johnson. Yeah, I remember back from 7th grade, and she tried to teach us a lot about our history, and she ended up, leaving the school under reasons we didn't know about, obviously, but.
Me and my home country in El Salvador, we really don't learn anything about like Black culture or anything related. And I feel like it should be something that should be brought up outside of the United States. I think it's very important. Like, it should be taught globally. I don't know. I don't understand why.
I get what you're saying. I think all cultures should be taught globally, as well as like other cultures. Like, even though we're on Black culture right now, I think like Hispanic culture, Asian culture, all these other cultures, because being minorities, we all should just like be stuck together, like be in a melting pot, because that's all we got for real.
Yeah. I agree, definitely, because I feel like there's so many cultures definitely here at Benson. This school is the most diverse school in OPS.
Very diverse.
And so when you hear all these, you see all the other students as from around the world, but like, do you know about their culture? Do you know where they came from? Do you know what their food, their food culture is? Like, what do they do? Like, what are their beliefs, their religion, and stuff like that? And I feel like that's important that we not just be Black students, but like everyone learn about it. So definitely for that, I feel like that's important. So yeah.
Is there a space for non-Black students?
Like, when you say that, what do you mean?
Like students from other cultures and races.
Are you asking like to join BSLC?
Yeah.
Well, no, and that is because like once again, BSLC is a safe space for African American students. And
Yeah, we don't want anyone
and
in that bubble.
yeah, so it's like we all understand each other somewhat and kind of understand each other culture. And so that's why this program is important, that we just have black students. Now, if y'all want to go out there and make your own program about y'all culture, so be it. But for this program, it's a safe place for black students, and that's how we try to keep it. We don't have people in the past like, hey, can I join? Can I join? And so, like, yesterday we had our African American Fashion Day, and the whole school was invited. So we tried to get up to 50 students, but we couldn't because we kind of was last minute on it. But that was a chance for, like, y'all to see what African American students are doing.
And the impact they have on the community, because it's really big and important.
It is. It really is. And it's a lot of work, for sure.
All right, well, that's all we have time for. I'm your host, Sean.
And I'm your host, Kaylee.
And this was the Rabbit Hole Podcast.